Let us continue with our lesson over here, and I hope you have done the homework over here to create the one new screen over here. If not, that's perfectly fine. So let's go and create it over here. So we will go to our, let's go to our screen over here. Let's create the new file. Let's call this one as the coin underscore the price, the view module over here, model dot the dot file over here. Let's create the stateful consumer. Let's say I will just make it a stateless consumer over here. Coin price. Okay, sorry for that. It should not be actually a view model. So it should be a screen. Sorry for that. SCR is screen over here. Coin price screen over here. This should be of the coin price screen as well. Okay, sorry for that. I added the one more L over here. Let's just go and remove that one. So that should be fine. And what we need to do is we need to import the Flutter Riverpod, as well as we need to import the material Flutter material with the package over here. Let's go and import that. That should be fine. And from here we are going to return a simple scaffold, and let's add the app bar and const. I'll just go and say the app bar over here, and I'll just add the title as the coin price. And let's also add in the accents over here. And in the accents, if you remember, we have previously created one widget over here. So we'll just copy this one from here. We are not going to generate a new widget. Since we have the ref, we can directly call it from here. So let's just go and add it over here. So let's just go. And this will be of the coin price view model provider. And this text in the constructor over here, if you can remember, we need to pass in the product ID. So if you go to the view model, we need to pass in the list of the string. So let's go and take that one as the argument. So final list of the string over here, and that will be of the product IDs. So we don't want to provide the default one, and we will make it as a required field over here. Required these 30 product IDs, and I'll just go and pass in the product IDs over here. So that should be good enough. And now let's go to our body section, and in the body I'll just go and load the single child scroll view, and let's add the child. And here I'll just go and make the consumer consumer widget over here, and let's go and add the consumer widget. That will, it takes the three arguments over here: context, ref, and then the child itself. So I'll just go and call the ref.deWatch, call our provider, and in the constructor I need to provide the product IDs, and this is going to give me the async value, or I'll just call it the async value over here. And I'm making use of the consumer over here because I don't want to go and watch it over here and rebuild all of this widget. I just want to rebuild a specific part of this particular widget, so we don't have to rebuild again and again, because it's going to load on every second. So if you read the documentation, it has mentioned that it's going to rebuild, or it's going to send the response every second. So we don't want to go and rebuild the whole widget every second, right? It may be a large widget in your actual production app, but here we just have a simple, it's perfectly fine, but it's not a good practice to load everything from top to the bottom. So we just want to load a specific part of this particular widget. So I'll just make use of the consumer over here, or the consumer widget over here. And once we have that, you should know that the async value. So I'll just go and return from here the async value dot when, and we get the data, and then we get the loading state error, and then the loading state. So in this one, I'll just go and remove this part. So we have the data, error, and the loading state. So this is the what we currently have, and what we will do over here is we need to load the price data over here. So for that, let's just go and say the final, and I'll just go and say the price, which will be of the it will be of equals to data that we have, actually data, and I'll extract the price from here. So extract the price, price, price. And if that is of the empty, I'm going to load the default value of the 0 for now, and that should be fine. And within this, I'm going to return from here, let's say padding first of all. And with that padding, so let's just go and add the const of the edge insect all, and let's load the o as the default padding. Or if you need a bigger one, so you can just go and add it from there as well. Now inside this, I'll just go and load the child, and child will be of the column over here. And then the column has the children, and in the children I'm going to load the text of the, not the price first. So let's just go in the text. I need to load the product ID. So if you can remember, so I need to pass in the data, and then the product ID, this you can find in the response object. So make sure to go and read the documentation of the Coinbase, and the response type, you will find the lot of the keys. So this is the type is of the map. So uh, the not the map is the JSON object over here. So I need to extract that one actually. So I'm going to extract the product ID from the JSON data, and here in the price, I'm going to just load the price, or if the price is of equals to default is of the 0, then I'm just going to load something like the, let's say if it is of that, and I'm just going to say it's of the dash. Otherwise we are going to load, not this one, it's not the nullable type, so we are going to load the price actually. So next we'll go and load the text of the data, and it also provide the time. So I'm also going to load the time. So product ID, price, and the time. And let me close it over here as well. And I need to close it as well over here. So now we have this screen. I guess it's ready already. That should be fine. So now we don't have any error. So now what we need to do is you can actually go and call this one. So let's go to our let's go to the coin status screen over here, and coin list we get over here. And once we click on this one, so I can just go and add the on the list icon, the list style icon on tab over here. And in the on tab, I'm going to call that one. So that will be of the will you can actually go and use the go router, but I will give as a homework to implement the go router in your next lesson. For now, let's just go and use the navigator over here, navigator navigator dot of context. And I don't want to use the push name over here for now, and I'll just go and use the push over here, push. And then I need to pass in the material route over here, right? So let's just go and pass in the material route. Okay, so I need to close it over here actually. So material route, and then in the builder, context is not required, so just go and give an underscore. So coin price screen is what I need, and I'll just go and pass in the product ID as a list of the this one. So I need to pass this is the product ID. So I'll just go and pass in over here as well. So Codimum or the AI to generated that for us. That's pretty good. So now actually that should be all we require over here. So let's try to go and try it out over here. And let's wait for, okay, so we got that the null is not the subtype of string as cost. And we have some error, and let's try to fix this particular error over here. That is because of the cast of the string, and it can be of the null. So if it is of the null, then what we want to do over here is, if it is of null, so we'll just go and load the empty over here, and we will do the same thing. So let me just go and reload this one for the time as well. So if that is of the nullable type, it can be of the null. So I'll just go and load this one over here. And let me try to go and rerun the application over here. Let's try to rerun over here. and null type is not the subtype. Okay, so let's just try to see what went wrong over here. So let's go to our BTC to USD over here, and it's loading. That's fine. And okay, so let me just go and remove that breakpoint over here, and now you can see we got that one, the live update of our price. So BTC to USD is of um the value over here I like 117 point something, right? So you can see the price changes over here, and it's the live update. Every second it's going to update, right? And what I will do we here is we just need to do something a bit over here. So let's just go and add the, I guess we'll just go and set this one, the cross axis alignment, to the start. So cross axis alignment dot the start over here, and let's try to see if it looks better. And that should be good enough. So now you see that we have loaded our data over here. If I go to the BTC euro, so that should load that particular price data. And if I go and add the BTC to USD, that should load that particular data. And USDT to USD, that's the one. So this is all that we have to do to work with our the WebSocket API or the WebSocket endpoint. And we have implemented a lot of the logic over here as well. So you actually can go and improve this one to make it better, like creating the data model, or the DTO, or you can add the model class for all of this, right? So you don't have to go and extract it in this way. This looks pretty bad, but that's fine. So you can just go and add some model and add that one as the response data in your repository once you decode it, and all of those things can be easily done. So the next homework for you will be to add the go router over here. So currently we are actually navigating from one screen to the another screen using the navigator 1.0, but it will be better to just go and add the other, like any routing package over here. um, so I'll be using the go router over here, and I'll give us a homework for that one. So let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day.